Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
Hello and welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. Today we are heading home. I will be flying from London to Toronto, and then tomorrow I will be flying from Toronto to Vancouver. So we've got some busy days ahead of us, lots of flying, lots of waiting, all that stuff. But before we leave, I wanted to share with you the Airbnb that we've been staying at. It is the Muse, and it has been a lovely historic Muse. It's a nice little gated community, and we have had a fantastic time here. So I'm going to give you a quick tour before we head out. Let's go through the gate into the Muse. This Muse is 5 cottages and 2 houses. There is this electronic gate. Before I share what's behind that, I'll let it close on its own. I just wanted to come over here and share with you this sign here. So, no trespassing. Violators will be shot. Survivors will be shot again. It is very good that the gate is closing, because there is another sign over here. The gate was covering it a few moments ago. Any person who omits to shut and fasten this gate is liable to a penalty not exceeding 40 shillings. I'm not quite sure how much 40 shillings is, but you know what? I do not want to have to pay that. So, gate is closed. Let's go for a little tour. So here is the front of the Muse. It's a lovely little courtyard filled with trees, with berries for the birds. And at nighttime, there are lovely little fairy lights in the trees along the courtyard. I will say that sometimes, especially once it is dark, the lights, sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not. I think they're on a timer. It can get quite dark in here, which is lovely when you are trying to sleep. So, nice dark space. And as I mentioned, there are 5 cottages: Aralusa Cottage, Cobb Cottage, and there are 2 houses: Brumby House. I'm not sure what the difference between a house and a cottage is in this Muse. And look, there are still roses on the vines on this December 6th. There is Shire Cottage. In the corner here is Falabella Cottage and Delta House. And here we are. We have a lovely fountain in the center of the courtyard. This turns off at 9 p.m. and turns on again, or maybe it's 6 p.m., but it turns off and on a timer, so that every time you come out here, you don't necessarily think that it is raining. There are a few times we've opened our door and you hear the water, and you're very thankful that it is a beautiful day out and that it is not raining. Anyway, this is such a lovely and historic courtyard, and it has been a beautiful place to stay. Now that I've shared with you all of the other cottages and houses around the fountain, let us see Breton Cottage. And Breton Cottage is where my mom and I have stayed for the past 2 weeks. It has 2 stories, so a nice living space downstairs, kitchen, living area, dining area. And then upstairs we have 2 nice sized bedrooms and a bathroom. And we'll just do a quick tour. So let's go to the front door. There are a couple of hitching posts on either side of the door. And let's go in. We are just getting things packed up. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm going to eat in a moment, so we've still got stuff out, but I just wanted to give you a quick show of the room. So when you walk in the front door, you have a nice living space and 2 couches, not as comfy as my couch at home. There is a TV, and then out the back, there are some doors that lead out to the garden, and out in the back, the wildlife. It doesn't move very often, but it's there and it is nice to see. So a couple of patio chairs, and then there's also another, not that I can see it right now, little couch, chair, sofa, whatever you want to call it, out the back. So a nice spot for 4 people to sit and enjoy some time together. There is a nice eating area, which is right now covered with all of our stuff as we prepare to leave. And then a very functional kitchen. So right now, my plan is to make some tea, eat some breakfast, and we'll finish cleaning up a little bit. Oh, I forgot to show you inside this closet here. Closet under the stairs, not Harry Potter, but a washer-dryer combo. And a drying rack, just in case you don't want to have all of your clothes go through the dryer. This little flight of stairs leads to the bedrooms. So it's a nice size, especially for the 2 of us. And we'll go upstairs and see the bedrooms. But before we do that, let's take a quick peek out the window. The upstairs has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. This was the room that I stayed in. It has fun little lamps, and when you look out the window, a beautiful view of the fountain. It's a beautiful day out, so it's nice to lift up the shades, take a look out each day. And this was kind of cute. This little feather lamp, and then a mirror. Good morning. Little closet. So 1 room, and this room, actually, this was 2 singles put together to make a bigger bed. It can be made into 2 singles. And then we'll go down to the room my mom stayed in. And she had a lot more storage space than I did. She had a lovely bookshelf as well. Lots of sparkle in this room with sparkly pillows and mirrored side tables. And she also had a lovely view of the courtyard outside of bedroom window. So that was room 2. And then the bathroom's a little bit messy right now, just we've put all the towels over there, but there was a nice little bathroom. Not too small, but not too terrible either. And then look outside and you can see it's a beautiful day. There are some deer just under the tree there, and there is a shade in here so that you can have a bit of privacy. Anyway, that is the upstairs of the cottage, and it has definitely been a nice, comfortable place to stay. In the back, here are the bins, and there is a car park, and it's surrounded by a fairly quiet area. We are in a university town, and there are university residences behind, but you know what? It was really quite quiet. And let's do a quick back path walk. So I showed you the front of the Mews, but now we're going to look at the back of the Mews. And there is a nice little pathway here. And on my very first day here on my very first day of Vlogmas, you may have seen these, I don't know if they're rattan deer, but just some lovely sculptures out in the back area. And this is the back of our cottage. So we had a little bit of outdoor furniture. It wasn't quite warm enough to sit outside, but the garden door opens up to this area, so in the summertime it would be beautiful. And this is the back of the Mews. And as I mentioned, there are 5 cottages and 2 houses in this complex, and it was a really, really nice place to stay. Checkout time is 11:15. We have a car coming to pick us up to take us to Heathrow, which is only 6 miles away. So the airport is nice and close. Means we're going to have a lot of time to wait at the airport. But I wanted to share with you where we have been staying. It's been lovely. I hope that you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and that you enjoyed my little tour of what is right now a little bit of a messy cottage because we are trying to get things packed up, but a nice place to stay. Very quiet in the evenings, a little bit of a hike into London, but it really was a nice place to stay. So, bye-bye Mews, bye-bye London. Toronto and Vancouver, here I come.
In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.
I'm not quite sure what happened or when. I know it was at the end of November, but while we've been here, I got bitten by either a spider or an insect of some sort, and it's bitten me twice just on my cheek here. And for the past week, it's either been super, super itchy or tender to the touch and a little bit sore. Today it's just irritating me a bit, and it's just 2 little lumps on my cheek. So who would have thought at the end of November that there would be a bug or spider, some sort of insect, that would be nibbling on people's cheeks. I'm used to mosquito bites in the summertime, but nothing like this. As I said, it is a little bit irritating today, so I need to leave it alone. So hopefully once I'm home, and I'll just put some antibiotic cream on it once I get home, get it all sorted, and it will be a distant memory. But yeah, really strange to have these little bug bites on my cheek. And I've had it for a little over a week, but at least it's not super itchy today.